Hey everybody, it's your girl Storytime, Miss Tot on deck. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys are having a great day, afternoon, and or evening whenever you guys are seeing this. So check it out, right? After my last video, I was really gonna leave it there, but a few of you guys said you guys wanted to know what happened after that unmarked van cut me off and a special guest came to the rescue. So, that's definitely not what happened. But if you guys do want to know what happened, all you guys got to do is stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm back on deck. I had technical difficulties. My little mount decided it was going to do what it was going to do. I think it did that last time, so I think it might be hating on me or telling me that I need to replace it. Well, anyways, so I'm in a situation where I'm about to lose light again, so I hope this is crazy. I guess my timing is just wrong for me doing these story times. So a quick recap as into what happened in the last story time with the unmarked van in case you were not on deck. So it was Halloween many moons ago. I was taking my two children out trick-or-treating. The usual people I would go with were already busy. We get out, we go trick-or-treating. My son was Burger King and my daughter was a fairy. It was adorable. They were about 8 and 3 years old, something like that. They're a 5-year difference. So it was adorable. We having a good time. We do not go to the houses by ourselves. We only go to the houses that are already well lit up when it's already other groups of people who are already occupying that area, right? Okay, so when we go a few blocks down, I notice an unmarked van, right? A white unmarked van. The white unmarked van, the first time that I saw it, I didn't see no one in the van. The second time that I saw the van, there was a guy in the van, and as I was crossing the street, he stuck his head out of the window and said, "Hi." I'm like, okay, I didn't know what that little hi was about, considering the fact that it's Halloween and I don't think it's time to socialize and all that other good stuff. So I just did a nice nod, and smell like that, but that was it, right? Okay, so then anyways, this particular unmarked van, it kept following. I noticed I kept seeing it more and more and more. And then it got to the point where it creeped me out because the guy totally cut me off in the unmarked van, and he got out of the car. Okay, I took, all the crowds of people who we were, walking with or behind, not necessarily, well, with them, but they weren't with us, right? I took my kids, like my daughter's in a stroller, and my son, I grabbed him by the hand and I hightailed it through the top of that crowd, okay? And I picked up the phone and I called the guy who I was with at the time. And I was like, oh my God, I just told him what happened, freaked me out or whatever else. He said, where are you at? I gave him my location. And long story short, he said, okay, I'm gonna meet you there. So he did just that. He ended up meeting me at the location. I told him what happened. He said, where's the last place that you saw this white unmarked van? I told him, or whatever else. Now, another thing that I said in that story time, I said that he jumped out of the car looking like Shaft, guys, because he did. It was actually pretty funny to me, only, my weirdness or whatever else. But he had this long trench coat on, okay? But anyways, he came to handle business, and that's exactly what he did, right? So people were saying after that story, so the story time ended with me saying that, the guy who I was with, he told me, you guys go ahead and keep walking ahead, just play like you don't see nothing. I want to see if he approaches you again. So I was like, okay. So I'm walking with the kids, and lo and behold, that guy wouldn't let it die. You guys, I don't know what kind of a mission he was on, but he just wouldn't let it die. Here comes the unmarked van from hell again, and it cuts me off in the middle of the street. And there's the guy, and he's asking me if I need a ride, and I'm like, no. And I'm trying to hurry up and get him to leave me alone, because although I had, some help there now, I really didn't want my help to get into an interaction with the guy, because I knew that my help brought an equalizer with him, right? Okay, so anyways, so when my help and the guy, so that's where I ended. So the guy, when he said, do you need a ride? And I said no, and I tried to keep walking. While the guy was looking out his passenger window talking to me, my guy, he went around to the driver's side window of the unmarked van, and he was like, I'd like a ride, right? So the guy, totally startled, turned around. He's like, what? What are you telling me? He was trying to tell him, get away from my car. He was like, no, I want a ride. He starts tugging on the door. Open the door, right? So the guy, he's acting like, no, he does, like he doesn't want to open the door, and he's distracted with him or whatever else. And so anyhow, I don't even know how this happened, but somehow he managed to get in the door. He managed to get into the back door of the unmarked van, and he told the guy, drive. I don't know if I can finish this one. It was a long time ago. I don't need to tell anything incriminating. So I'm gonna let the rest of that story go there. I'm gonna just let it go there. Okay, just long story short, you guys just know he did get in the van, and the next time I seen him, I seen the guy in the unmarked van in the passenger side of the van, and the guy who I was with, he was driving the van, and then I seen him around the corner, and he looked at me, and he told me, "I'll see you later." That's all I remember. I don't remember anything else. I do not remember anything else that happened. My memory is not the best, okay? Okay, so I put on with that part right there, but no, he said I want to ride. Taking you guys back to what really happened after I just bullshitted a little bit. So he said, yeah, I want to ride or whatever, and the guy was like, the guy did panic. He got frantic and said, he was telling him, no, get away from my door. I know her. He was like, he said, you don't know her. That's my wife. You know my wife? Tell me where you know her from. And the guy said, no, not her. Then he started pointing to other people around me. No, I know her. So why was you asking my wife if she wants to ride, right? And so anyways, it just turned to a situation where the guy basically almost pissed himself when he seen him, and trying to get in that van. He really was trying to open the door to the van saying he want to ride. Blah, 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 blah. The guy was gonna piss himself. He was completely scared, and he couldn't get away from there fast enough. I said that man tried to drive away from there so fast enough, he probably ran over old boy's foot trying to get away. That's just how crazy it was, right? But what was really interesting was where he thought that, he looked at me at the time and seen me as prey, right? Me and the kids as prey. Right, because like I said before, I don't know what his interest was, if it was me or the kids. Was he telling me how so he can get my kids in his van? It was a white unmarked van. It's no telling what you wanted to happen in that van. Y'all follow the story. Light up the comments if you guys have ever heard of somebody in an unmarked van that you know of trying to do their little thing, or even a situation where somebody started out like they was Big Billy Badass, and then somebody else came and became the equalizer, and they completely changed their whole story, their whole get up, right? That's what happened here. Okay, so I'm gonna dip off. I don't want to keep this video too long for today. Two things that I want to share with you guys before I go. One, the question of the day. The question of the day today is, have you guys ever been in a situation where you guys were sleeping with the lover, whoever it is, whoever your spouse is, whoever in your life, right? And you heard them talking in their sleep. Now, when they were talking in their sleep, they start confessing some stuff. They start saying some stuff you had no idea about, you didn't know about, right? And if you guys did ever hear of something like that, what was your reaction? Right? Now, what got this on my mind is before I left and came out today, I was listening to my girl Toni Braxton, right? She got this one song called Talking in Your Sleep. Oh, that song is so deep. It's an old school. No, it's not that old school, huh? But anyways, it's a nice song. If you guys haven't heard it, Google it, go YouTube it. Toni Braxton, Talking in Your Sleep. And I was thinking, dang, that's pretty deep. So yes, I have experienced that as a real life testimony where I've had somebody talking in their sleep before, and you think you hear them first, and you go, wait a minute, what was that? And you get a little closer. I'm sorry, what did you just say? What did you say to me? What I'm sorry, what name did you call? Oh, that was something there, right? So you guys light up the comments and let me know. Have you guys ever had an experience with somebody talking in their sleep? And what do you guys think that you would do if you did have a loved one or a spouse who was talking in their sleep and they called out somebody else's name? Or they was talking to somebody else like that you had no clue who this person was or what that was all about? Y'all light up the comments and let me know. As a heads up, I do have a new series coming. It's called 5 Days. I'll be giving you guys details on that on the next video. I hope you guys stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Like I always say, there's always another story to be told. But for now,